raring to go. Can a Heroic do it, or will the upset happen?
Yeah, at least on Mirage, Exist, it feels like it's a map that's unchanged since the dawn of time, and, he's been playing since the dawn of time, so it feels like he'll be a natural fit for this map. But as we mentioned just before the break, TheMongolz very good on the T side here, so let's see what they deliver.
Yeah, and they start on it as well. Fast play in towards A. They are gathering and grouping, ready to send the troops in. Shush on first contact. cadiaN playing a little bit of a dastardly angle towards the ninja box. stavn even jumping as well. So it is well reinforced by Heroic, but can they survive?
Good setup, but cadiaN's checking between two different angles. Shush, he's going to spot one. Falls on back. stavn hits the first shot though. cadiaN still tucked on under here, yet to be revealed. Shush has found another. cadiaN not even needed yet, but now he will be. That bomb is out in the open, and cadiaN is being silent. Finally strikes, gets one delivered. Runs out of bullets, playing around on the ladder. Annihilation takes him down. Shush swings on out. He goes down as well. We're into the 2-on-2 now. Exist spots out one towards the connector, but that bomb is on the way out of here.
Yeah, it's classic TheMongolz. Put attention towards one bomb site and then vacate. And I really like this out of Annihilation, but TeSeS is closely tracking him down. Exist also spots him in the window. That puts things into a favorable position for Heroic. It's a foot race to B, one that Blitz is just about gonna win.
He's been spotted though, knows where they all are. Exist nails the final shot. And Heroic, I think that's their first pistol round in this entire series, Brandon.
Yeah, it is, and what a perfect time to grab it. cadiaN gets so much leverage out of his position here because stavn and Shush do an excellent job just getting the initial kills, and unfortunately he runs out of bullets here. But I really like this reposition. TeSeS and Exist, they work together to kind of create a crossfire in towards the middle of the map, and from there it's very difficult to Blitz to be able to plant the bomb on B.
Not much of an investment here. stavn able to strike true, and he is collecting 4 kills in the round for stavn. This is looking to steal the ace, but Annihilation is going to dome him. So maybe a chance here for stavn to get this final frag, but everybody is looking at his spot. Annihilation, nowhere to go. cadiaN runs him down.
Yeah, nice and easy and straightforward as expected, but now as we move into round number 3, we get all the AKs in play for the TheMongolz, and now we get to start to see what they've got up their sleeves. Normally it's very quick pressure in towards mid, then they'll slow things right down. And how are Heroic going to combat this? Are they going to feel as comfortable going for these information plays at the start of rounds now that they've got Exist substituting in?
Okay, going to spot out some players in mid. The flashbangs are good. stavn shots are better. Gets that first kill. Smokes come on down. There's a lot of chaos being caused here, but Heroic are the ones that are thriving in it. Exist collecting with the MP9. Pace doesn't work out towards mid, but maybe towards B it does. Annihilation has walked on through. Blitz has found one stavn as well, and Techno strikes 2.
Still looking dangerous though. Exist does significant damage, but it gives information over. Blitz on the spray, can't convert. And now Annihilation thrown into this 1 versus 2, has picked up the bomb. Can lock in the digits as well. And Heroic can begin to flank. Split through apartments and short. Annihilation. Isolation is the key here. Slides in towards the van. Shush has got an incendiary he potentially could put down towards this position. But cadiaN creeping up close. There is a defuse kit as well, so time not a limiting factor. Annihilation remains vigilant, putting his crosshair in this position. cadiaN needs to start to move. That's a good adjustment. But now they know exactly where he is. Slow HP goes for the pre-fire, and Annihilation locks it in. The TheMongolz with the AKs pick up the round.
What a clutch from Annihilation, living up to his name. That shot onto cadiaN was nasty. And then the pre-fire onto the player swinging van. That is beautifully handled in the 1v2. The odds were completely against him there, considering the utility, spacing, everything that Heroic had there. Let's watch that one back. What a shot. That is so sick. And then getting back up on high, making it hard. Shush to be able to fight him. Spray comes on through, and he collects Beautiful from Annihilation.
Yeah, and you speak about utility. Mongols missed the window smoke. That's what enabled the chaos in the first place. Allowed Heroic to collect a couple of scalps and place them on the mantelpiece. It's actually stavn with the AWP in towards Palace. Had the spawn for it. And is holding, biding his time. Is he going to push further in? That's the next question, because Bartek is holding, locking him out of this position.
Pistol starts to creep forward and Bartek falls on back. Bomb is actually coming back this way. And I feel like Heroic should have a decent read on this, just because there's not been any mid presence. Really? Oh, nice shot from Shush. He edges on forward. He can get himself an AK, but Mongols are moving into position. He's spotted, does reach out. It is actually just the Galil, but he'll take it. The Flames drop as well. Delivers Hastika to him. That smoke comes through at the perfect time. 1 health point. All he's working with, that might be all he needs. stavn is in a very tight spot now. They're going to be coming from above, and he does not have a good angle with the AWP, and it doesn't matter. Techno domes him. cadiaN steps up. cadiaN gets another. 2 huge frags. The bomb dropped as well. Falls on back. Has support from TeSeS in CT, and it's just Annihilation. Another clutch required.
Go searching. Up, over. Has been spotted, though, and that's where Heroic can just swing on in together. And the AWP's even recovered in the process. Shush does incredibly well in towards Palace. The fact that he even drops the flames here and nearly finds a second one. Oh, literal 1 HP.
That's kind of crazy, but well handled by Heroic. And immediately, Mongols are reset. cadiaN strikes true. Annihilation, no chance to even get into a clutch this round. He's removed immediately. Shush also removed. Hastika hits a nasty one with his Desert Eagle. He's the only one with armor, and unfortunately the weapon delivered to him is an MP9, which is really what you want. It's a nice little spray from TeSeS through the wall. Techno stands no chance. They're slowly getting picked apart here. Hastika has managed to kind of get some space here over at A. Tucks on into Sandwich. stavn is going to come on over, making a bit of noise. It's going to give Hastika information. He starts to move on through. Looking for the timing here. Couldn't connect the shots.
And now look at Exist as well. So much space being taken up in towards mid. Mongol's going to try an MB. That has been quite a regular occurrence for them at the start of this game. Just trying to clear every angle, see if the head presents itself on a silver platter. TeSeS, this angle, won't lock him into the kill, but at least it gives reassurances to Heroic that the Mongols are executed in. Now needs to be careful, needs to wait for the reinforcements to arrive, but he doesn't even need them.
That's beautiful from TeSeS. Deploys the smoke like a wall, and well, it may as well be that. No stress at all on the site, falling back to a better angle. Ready for the follow-up. First time out now coming through for the Mongols. They will have all the AKs back out. And well, where we saw success from them against Na'Vi was often in towards mid. We saw it in the second round here where they throw a lot of these deep smokes. One will land up towards short, one will land in behind connector as well. And then they'll go for the kind of just straight up duels in mid, try and capitalize on the chaos, use their utility to get space and force the fights. So we'll see if they go back to that sort of play or whether they're going to play more to Heroic's tune.
Bartek started off really strong on Overpass and is a little bit absent here on Mirage, which isn't a good feeling for the Mongols. It's been very execute heavy though. This T side, they now look to go again over towards B, which is currently completely open for business. No one is there from Heroic.
I can start to move around a very mobile CT side. Cute smokes come on over, but it's a bit of a fake out. It is just to put Hastika forward and Blitz boost up over. cadiaN's caught off. Not ready for this play, and now Blitz has a lot of space to work with. The immediate response from Exist is to take space towards Ramp. It's the right play. He starts to come on back. Blitzen spotted now, drops the smoke, and at least he can be here as a bit of a thorn. TeSeS gets one as well, and Shush has made his way into the side. That flashbang is good. Doesn't allow him to get too much done here. This is in an uncomfortable position. He's about to get flanked from Annihilation, but he could also just drop the bomb immediately. But no, Annihilation is here first, finds him. Shush in the sight. Taken down by Bartek. They're peeking them apart. Down finds one. TeSeS just walks on through for another. A 2 versus 2 suddenly. Heroic now in a position to be able to bring this one back after all the work the Mongols have done, but maybe not. Techno gets one. It's a 1-for-1 trade, and Annihilation once again in the clutch.
Molly smoke available, but you don't really want to be pulling out nades in this position. Annihilation might just fight forward. Does swing, gives TeSeS an opportunity and goes back in for seconds. It's another Annihilation clutch. It's a second one, which earns Mongols the double up.
Always to be counted on to deliver, but really cool setup here, right? I love the fake out towards B, try and sell that one and capitalize on it with the immediate window boost. They've been really loving these window boosts. I feel like you mentioned it earlier on in the stream, just how much they like to get a player up in there if they're able to do it. You saw why, able to catch it off cadiaN. More pace now, pausing immediately before they peek into stavn, which is fortuitous. Now the smokes go down and they crawl through. A lot of pressure now put onto cadiaN with this scout.
Interesting that stavn's taking the AWP over cadiaN. Worried more about A than B, are heroic. But now here drops in the utility and it's an overflow out towards B. Surely it's just going to have to be the save call from heroic, and it'll be interesting to see whether the Mongols will respect them, let the weaponry fall on through, or instead they'll go for a little bit of a hunt on their own. I think given the bank balances of the Mongols, they'll probably just concede this one. They'll respect the fact that heroic can just bring forward these weapons, and they only did see a scout on cadiaN as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of the exact round I was talking about before, right? With the kind of smokes they deploy, taking that space and just going up fast short. The fact that they find no contact, you know, oftentimes against Na'Vi, they, depending on how the fight took place there, they'd usually go on towards A, but they get no contact. They just get to walk up for free. So they take B. Why not? Third round now for them. Yeah, that one's always going to be tough with cadiaN with just the scout. How's the AWP there? It's hard to believe, because he would have got that first kill.
The Mongols eliminated Imperial yesterday on Mirage, and they're also looking to do the same against heroic. Potential giant slayers. cadiaN now is wielding the sniper. And we are already starting to see the Mongols not being afraid of the fight. Not cowering at the idea of potentially being eliminated. They just want to play their own game. Doesn't matter who the opponent is, and that's why they're quite an exciting team to watch. Azteca takes control of middle. Much more slower round now coming out of the Mongols. They begin to pump the brakes. They want to all coordinate a split. With window being the first port of call, stavn, as a reaction, is in amongst the ladder room. Vent broken, so he can quickly rotate down if he needs to for his team in jungle.
A lot of this is going to cadiaN and TeSeS. Once again, taking the space. The smokes come through. TeSeS is here with this M4, and he finds that first. Fairly clean on it as well. Can fall on back, and look at stavn's position here. Not going to be checked. Gets the kill into Annihilation, and now TeSeS looking to get involved. Bartek is here, and he is scrambling. TeSeS is able to take him down. A huge double kill with that M4. Now, how do Blitz and Techno try and recover this? That bomb is completely out of their grasp. Techno has walked up through the apartments. TeSeS spots him out. Now he knows that he can focus his attention elsewhere. Deal with Blitz, and Exist does just that. You know exactly where Techno is. His chances in this round are minimal. 4 players to find, and he knows he cannot pull this off.
What a fantastic round from TeSeS. It's the initial contact on short, falls away to bait in the deagle of stavn, and then he re-swings on the contact, and the entire time his back's pressed against the wall. It's such precise angle management to ensure that Techno can never find that trade over towards market. And by that point, the opportunity, the timing window is gone because Heroic can then regain control on towards mid. They can all converge onto the bomb together, and there's no opportunity for that round to be won.
And the second act, immediate. I think they know just how important a good T side here is, just given what their CT side has looked like. It's been a little up and down. Obviously, we saw Annihilation performing really well against Imperial, but it felt like it was really the T sides where they've been finding a lot of their success. Obviously, they are going to invest into this. They've got enough to do so. Techno saved over the Galil. Save. They've been finding a bit of success. I mean, even that round there, they were able to get a lot of space there. It was just that they weren't really ready for TeSeS on a bit of an off angle out towards short. Weren't completely diligent in their clears onto stavn. The spacing itself was pretty good.
And now Heroic have let Mongols speak about it for 30 seconds. The Mongols, they're raring to go. They want to try and counter back immediately. And Heroic say, whoa, hold on a second. Let's just take 30 more. What's the rush? You got a game plan you want to get going there?
Yeah, I kind of like that, right? Because you know that they're not talking to the coach, right? I mean, it did look like they had someone behind them. I guess someone stepped in to be on the coach headset with exist in the server.
The thing I worry about for the Mongols right now is the utility that they're kind of bringing to the table in this one. It's I like to describe like the Molotovs and the grenades, like really disruptive utility. I haven't got too much of that. It's literally just one Molotov to kind of flush a defender out of a position. They have got smokes which can obscure vision and allow them little points of gaps. And currently, it looks like Blitz was lining up a smoke to throw in towards jungle. Mongols really want to take space out towards middle. And if they can push and pull a rotation off connector and off jungle, that will make things a lot easier to facilitate.
Yeah, Heroic have been happy to kind of concede this. I think they know that Mongol's game plan is a bit like this. And here's Hastika going fast in short. Exist always going to pull out the smoke. They are not going to respect that. They're straight on through. TeSeS ball and Exist. He's being put under pressure. Hastika finds another. stavn caught out as well by Blitz, who was top mid the whole time. That is perfectly executed by the Mongols.
That's third time's the charm as well. They've gone for that short to B play. And Exist, you can see a little bit of rust coming in. The fact that he pulls a nade there, he doesn't expect the Mongols just to accelerate through and hit the time in, because no one, as you mentioned, was really monitoring mid. So he gets caught between a rock and a hard place. The Bianca's fallen in the meantime as well.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of his fault, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's in charge of short, and Hastika comes from short and kills TeSeS, right?
A little bit awkward. Teething problems for Heroic. And I think it's really important for the Mongols, as mentioned, that they just kind of keep the pace, and they always let Heroic kind of know that they're there. And they make sure that the round buffer hasn't really been too well established. Just keeping hot on their heels are the Mongols.
That's kind of what the case was in Overpass a bit as well, right? Despite Inferno being a blowout, Overpass was very back and forth. Mongols always able to find the rounds when they needed them. Do they have more in their shot book than these fast short plays? That's the question. Do they need to if they're working? I guess it's a follow-up question.
It'd be interesting to see the adjustment. Flashbangs, double layering. Hastika removed, and now stavn can just shroud himself in the shadows of connector and work his way back in. One and done. That's perfect. That's all Heroic needed.
A nice clean entry. This gets boosted up to everyone's favorite position on the box. You don't need to worry about anything here. Just need to chill out, wait for them to come to you. Mongols got a player in Palace, and they're coming through mid, so it does feel like the A split is where they're intending. Most of the presence coming through. cadiaN's holding for this boost. Put that hand back on the keyboard. Luckily, Techno is just getting up into the corner to hold short. And that bomb starts to make its way through. stavn is in the perfect position to deal with this, but he's spotted out. Blitz is spamming on through and gets that kill for free, but cadiaN was ready for that boost when it came on through.
Yeah, Shush has also deployed a smoke to enable himself to try and mitigate both angles. Spam. Oh, it's pretty good, actually, Blitz. Taking lumps out of him. TeSeS follows up on towards Blitz as well. 4 versus 1. It's just Bartek. He's in a world of hurt. I can't even get past Shush as well, as that's well handled by Heroic. The fact that they play that one a little bit patient, they allow more pieces to get involved in the fight than just the initial contact from CT.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing when you're playing the Mongols here, because I feel like if you try and just immediately just brawl it out with them when they go to these contact plays, that's where it kind of falls apart, right? That's where they can start to get ahead. But if you just play patient, sit back, hold your lines, which is exactly what Heroic did here, you're going to come out ahead with the discipline. And they don't lose anyone in that retake, just down on the initial entry.
Yeah, TeSeS phenomenal again. Faster play for the Mongols, looking to run it right up into the mouth of A. Exist is here, lying in wait. It's a dangerous fill-in sandwich if Mongols don't clear him.
Oh, stavn spotted one. Flames immediately and Exist. Oh, that's uncomfortable. Going for the spray under the Palace player, and they all swung at once. Shush is here, and stavn has just dropped on through. Gets into where Exist was standing and nets himself 3 kills. Bartek gets 2 back. This is where you're trying to play to the Mongols game, and it's working out this time around. TeSeS is brawling. Annihilation again in this clutch. They line up for him. He has to go for the reload. Both these players on such little health points, and it's the HE dunked on over for TeSeS.
That was nearly gifted to Annihilation. My goodness me. How close does this get? By the skin of their teeth, Heroic. They've got to rely on the shrapnel to finish off the job. And stavn, look at this. Incredible play, just diving in and finding 3. But I cannot believe Annihilation catches the headpiece of cadiaN.
Yeah, that's so unlucky for cadiaN. He's just jumping by and he gets taken down. Well, it does reset Mongols. Heroic now start to get a little bit more comfortable. This lead begins to extend. This round should be relatively easy for them to collect. Talk about Annihilation though, right? I feel like when it comes down to these clutch moments, he can really step up. Even if that one was a little bit lucky, he almost makes it work.
That's so wild. Still trying to recover from that one. stavn. Okay, a little bit messy. Techno trying to bait for the rest of his team. It's, well, oh, I was going to say, not quite going to work out. Blitz, he finds a couple of headshots. That was some really impressive individual mechanics, but Exist is there just to mop up. There's too many players to contend with. And now this is getting a little bit scary now, Lucy. That's 3 timeouts used in the first half of Mongols.
Yeah, and again, I think it's just because they know that their CT side is a little bit weaker, and they need to find a good start here, and it's not quite going their way. They've already lost out this half. They will get the buy on through here at the very least. I swear Exist only gets multi-kill rounds. Like, I feel like it's like he'll do nothing for a few rounds, and it's like a triple kill.
It's been cool to watch. I've been impressed with TeSeS the most. I feel like he's been the most dependable pair of hands for Heroic. He just feels like the glue that is holding all of the CT side together right now. His impact, it can't be understated, because he's recovered a lot of these situations where Mongols were overstepping and really taking the fight to Heroic. It's been these multi-kills that have been the difference. Again, it's pressure towards A early. Heroic are dispensing their utility. And 3 smokes used on middle, but it's only Blitz there.
About to pop one through. Shush in a good position. They just run through the grey, and him and cadiaN collect. Blitz does split eventually, but it's after 2 of his teammates have fallen. Taking a bit of space here. Just about dodges a bunch of that HE, but stavn takes down his head. Aston gets 1 back, and he's looking to accelerate. That's a massive kill, but unfortunately for him, Bartek has fallen. So has to go with everything. stavn ensures that is not so.
Yeah, good proactivity from Hastika. The fact that he pushes through and takes space beyond the bomb site, it would have been essential. It would have been a very key component, but the issue is he hasn't really got any of his teammates. He's all alone and heroic. This was 5-4, and now it's 9-4. A streak to end the first half in a flurry. Kind of disrupts all the momentum and the motivation Mongols had. Looks to be an execute towards B now. Very fast pace about it. They just want to run it down with the Tech 9s. This time it's not a scout, it's an AWP for cadiaN.
He's also got support. 2 players are here with him, so hits the first, falls on back. Now he's looking to reposition. Nice flick down from cadiaN, making that AWP sting. Misses that opportunity, but Exist has delivered. Oh, Annihilation again. A massive double. Still a player back inside though. TeSeS is here. Never left. Annihilation, ace clutch with the Desert Eagle. No, sadly for him, it does not transpire. TeSeS takes him down.
It's always Annihilation in these clutch situations though, and he's always good for a couple of multi-kills. That flick's impressive. So are these Deagle shots. Absolute chaos.
Well, last round of the half. Heroic now on a bit of a roll. cadiaN jumps down immediately into the underpass. stavn get boosted above as well, so it's a very powerful setup. He gets an opportunity for the first, but it's a little awkward fight. Does eventually find it. But now Hastika knows TeSeS is here. Going to try and clear him out. The bullets eventually connect. Just trying to get something back in response and does a bit of damage. Now cadiaN's going to be unknown here. How much is this going to matter? A lot. As he hits it a banger shot onto Annihilation with the AWP.
Yeah, but hang on a second. Techno's flanking and Hastika. Oh, he's so crafty. He's in the window yet again. Shush seems to be aware of it, but you're not ready for Techno. He's done this once already this series. Hastika dealt with. Oh, and it's so patient. Techno, how many more can you find? Needs to be a couple. And he does also find cadiaN. That's 5 rounds locked up for the Mongols, and it's yet again Techno with the important kills.
Huge from the Mongols, a slight recovery at the half, but a lot to do. Elimination on the line when we come back.
feels a little bit familiar for Heroic. If you reflect back to map 1, it was dominance there, and whilst Mongols have tried their best to throw some spanners in the works, it's been pretty smooth sailing for Heroic. Double digits.
Yeah, feeling pretty comfortable here, but still have to stick the landing. And this is an interesting one for Heroic. Looks like they're going to be putting a bit of presence over towards B and likely wrap on back down. That bomb is in Palace, which kind of sells the destination. Remember, they're just holding for aggression literally everywhere on the map.
I quite like that of Blitz. He's just trying to figure things out. And whilst he is being a little bit brave stepping out into the open, he is kind of keeping himself within the familiar territory of connector. TeSeS finds the contact. That's going to be activation, but it's not going to be the full commitment. The idea is to drive rotates over to B whilst Heroic try and work out A, but it hasn't fooled anyone.
Yeah, I mean, come on. It wasn't particularly convincing. All right, well, they're going to walk on back through. Blitz has been checking this momentarily. What a shot from Blitz. Blistering. Now he falls on back. An opening kill for Mongols. Heroic with no response yet. They have to make their play onto A soon.
Yeah, it's down. Try to take contact. You have got the split in, and cadiaN trying to lock off rotates. 35 seconds. Heroic have got to get a wiggle on here. Annihilation trying to sell the position of Bartak even further. Timer ticking down low. Heroic start to make their move onto the bomb site, but here strikes Bartak. It's not the kill. In fact, it's a little bit messy, but yet again, Heroic need to get going, and that's the bomb dropped.
Yeah, Bartak's just here fighting jobs down, and that's the round one. cadiaN's nowhere near. He kind of has to go down here. Okay. Okay,
wow.
cadiaN. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he'll take some with him. Does fall eventually. Just around goes the way of Mongols. Another one for their tally. A couple of nice shots at the tail end there from cadiaN.
It felt like Heroic were trying to do everything in that pistol.
Yeah.
They went B a bit, they went underpass a little bit, then they had a late lurk connector. cadiaN was in jungle, and we've also got the bomb coming out Palace. So there's some sort of mind games at work. These shots were just so gross. Oh.
Just 2 taps instantly. cadiaN, the P250 on Mirage. Name a more iconic trio. He went all the way off. Yeah, that was a weird pistol, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was
one of the pistols.
I was about to say, it was one of the pistols of all time.
So that means that Heroic will only win 1 pistol in the series. Mongols will win 5. And they want to go B. Smoke being thrown. There's a little bit of a mid element to try and get Mongols interested. And, well, in actual fact, yet again, it's a little bit of a limp play in towards apartments, and they're out of there.
It's a cunning ruse. They pulled a fast one on you, Mongols. You thought it was going to be B, but no. Back into the underpass. Heroic go. Masters of Deception. Skyly as a fox. Now they're just grouped up.
Yeah, it hasn't really worked again, has it?
No, it's going to work. Just let it happen. Let them cook.
Exist is like, guys, when we used to do this, like a few years ago, it worked out perfectly. TeSeS. Let's at least find Annihilation. Blitz. We'll have to try and work off Bartak's contact, or maybe he's just a ruse for later, but no. Hang on a second. Heroic finding all of the kills. Where has all this come from? Bartak does find one, but stands there with the AK. Techno, what have you got to do?
Yeah, see? Just need to give him a bit of time. Let that one pan on out. Managed to contact through connector, and it pays out for them. Techno in a 1v3 and doesn't even get a chance to give it a look in. Shush. Make sure that's the case. Yeah, very nice from Heroic, considering it was a little bit funky, just moving as a 5-man stack. They get the contact over to B, and then they just go fast. What a tap from TeSeS. He has been phenomenal. cadiaN hits a beautiful dig as well. Everything just works out well there for Heroic.
Yeah, 11 rounds, plays 6. Openings exchanged here on the second half. Mongols, of course, they'll be forced fire back into it, although the premium is the Eagles. At least the short jump was made, but TeSeS puts Azteca out of his misery. And Heroic might be looking to go for mid to B play. Annihilation. Now can't see a thing from the top of connector, and Shush says, thank you very much, I'll take all this space.
Ooh, nice shot from Blitz. It's going to be the one. Techno 4K. He's under a little bit of pressure here with 5-7, and he is getting peppered with bullets. And he doesn't like the taste of it. Bartek might have a chance to get one. Exist is showing us the big bunny hops through the X-ray there. There he goes. I wonder, like, you made the joke before about Exist calling some old school strats from back in the day, but you know, I wonder how much he's actually kind of influencing the calling here, right? Like, or whether, you know, because obviously the strategy is to be built between him and cadiaN.
Yeah.
And obviously whoever else is within their analytical team. But how much of an influence during the round does he actually have? I'd be super curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's pure speculation as Bartek finds one on the way out. But I imagine in a situation like this, he's just gone in to almost be a body. He's going to fill Yabby's roles 1-for-1. The great impersonator Exist. And cadiaN will just be calling as he normally does. And maybe on the pauses, that's where Exist can get a little bit more vocal and maybe try to contribute towards the mid-round, if anything.
Yeah, actually, I suppose, you know, given the pauses are when you would talk to your coach, it's a good time for him to get involved. And also, you know, before the round starts, I guess. Maybe we'll find out afterwards. This is just the eco from TheMongolz, which means we're going to be on 13 and in a position to take this map, which is 3 rounds needed, eliminating TheMongolz, unless they put up something absolutely phenomenal on this CT side.
Yeah, Exist, he's selling this one on his own. Max
they're buying.
Farming up. There we go. $1,200 already established. cadiaN finds the only defender on A, and as expected, always going to be a heroic round. But now my attention turns to the follow-up. What can the TheMongolz provide when they've got all the investment, when they've got the utility? We saw it against Imperial, backs against the walls, but they were dedicated to the game plan, the consistent CT aggression coming in. Are we going to get a chance to experience some of that, or Heroic going to make very light work of the defense?
Well, that question is about to be answered. The big issue with their current situation is they can't get the AWP out on Annihilation, right? And I feel like that's a bit of an issue here this late into this map. And with Annihilation playing as well as he has, I feel like you really want him on the AWP. Oh no, he's going to buy it. Okay, so he had the choice. I wasn't thinking he would, but has opted just to get that AWP. That's all he has.
Yeah. Down such a deficit, you got to kind of sometimes run with the AWP and nothing else. And speaking of running, Heroic are absolutely hoofing it towards B. Couple of nades rain out. Azteca can hear all of this, just tucked in amongst the corners. But yet again, it's a slowdown.
Get an early contact to keep him guessing. Never let him know your next move. That's his philosophy. Trish's next move is speed, and so is Exist. He's able to trade out his teammate. Does cost him a chunk of health, but at least gets the M4 and falls back, so 1-for-1. Has caused Annihilation to move about. Does start to make his way back on over and has to go. He's taking space in towards short. TeSeS is spotted. Azteca delivers, but a trade is fast. Now Bartek on the site. Might be in a bit of danger here. stavn has crept on forward, but can't quite see him. Spots out the head of Annihilation. Annihilation has to be so careful here, but the tag comes on through. Now stavn, he's really in an awkward position, but it doesn't matter. Slings on out and takes down Bartek.
Yeah, why not? Gets the kill, also conveys information that Annihilation was here, Exist. Does capitalize upon it. Blitz in the 1 versus 3. There are 2 players low here, so it's definitely a winnable round. The issue is the lack of information. cadiaN down through the box, not quite a kill. And now Blitz located. Creep and crawl his way in, but that's where stavn will strike. Heroic, it's a 14th.
Yeah, huge round for stavn, particularly that kill onto Bartek, right, as he's crossing over the site. That would, if he goes down there after he was tagged by the AWP, suddenly it gets so difficult for Heroic, right? You've only got one player on full HP because this was so low from that tag earlier. stavn knows that he has to step up in that moment, swings for the fight with low HP, wins it out, and even gets that final kill to close things out. So the Mongols are forced in. A lot of FAMASI in the server, 4 of them.
Something you never really like to see. This aggression, it could pay off, but stavn just spots the feet. He just keeps on going, holds down mouse 1. USP. That's just for style points. 5 versus 2. Rotations can come on in for the Mongols, but it feels a little bit bleak, especially with Shush locking in that kill. Techno gets the bottle of flame to the face. He can't convert the spray either.
Well, that is going to be a serious point now established for Heroic. Just 1 round needed to keep their tournament lives alive and to eliminate the Mongols. They win this, they will be going against Ninjas in Pajamas.
Oh, hold up. Exist has got a P90.
All right, now this is typical Heroic. Pulling out the P90 when you know the enemy has their backs against the wall. And I love that it's Exist doing it. He has the spawn, he's holding down the P90 in hand, looking to take it to them. Ooh, slows on down. Flash through, now he starts to go, jumps out the window. P90 wants to get activated, but no chance, sadly. Can't make it sing. TeSeS does with his AK. Has to go under a lot of pressure here, and Annihilation, another good shot. The bomb's being planted over here, Butek's still here. cadiaN hears him, trying to dodge, trying to find him, and he wins out the fight.
Yeah, that could have got a little bit scary, but I think cadiaN got a Q. Now Annihilation. We've seen him in these clutches, but now he needs to just strike not once, but twice to keep Mongol's dreams in Rio alive. Only has the hand cannon to work with. Starts to inch in closer, but surely you can't get past the ramp player. And then cadiaN in the back line. Shush provides opportunity. It's messy. And as a result, he will fall. Heroic managed to do it. It takes all 3 maps, but the Great Danes continue their journey in Rio.
Yeah, a long, arduous journey here for Heroic after getting knocked down to the lower bracket, but they stand tall here against Mongols. That second map